All right, so if you're an AI musician, you know this exact feeling. You make an absolutely killer track, you go to upload it, and bam, rejected. Well, in this guide, we are going to break down exactly why that's happening and, more importantly, show you how to fix it for good. So let's set the scene. You're in your creative zone, you've got this amazing track that you've poured your heart into. You're proud of it. But then you try to get it out into the world, and the dream just hits a brick wall. The big question we all have is why? Why does this keep happening? And look, this is the exact loop so many of us are stuck in right now. You use an incredible tool like Suno or Udio, you make something that's genuinely cool, you send it off to DistroKid, TuneCore, wherever, and you get that dreaded rejection email. It is so frustrating. It feels like you've hit a dead end before you've even started. And here's the thing that'll really bake your noodle. You listen back to your track, headphones on, and it sounds perfect. You can't hear any word glitches, no pops, no clicks. And that's because the problem isn't something your ears can even pick up. The real culprit here is totally invisible. This right here is the key to the whole puzzle. We're talking about something called an AI fingerprint. It's not about what sounds bad. It's a deep, statistical signature that's literally baked into the audio file itself. Think about these microscopic patterns in the phase, these tiny, tiny shifts in timing, and a unique noise floor that just screams AI-generated to an automated scanner. So what's the first thing you do? You fire up your DAW, your digital audio workstation, right? You figure, hey, I'm an engineer, I can just fix this. But as we're about to see, that's exactly where everything starts to go wrong. This slide lays it out perfectly. See, your DAW is amazing at masking things, hiding sounds you don't want. You can EQ a nasty frequency, you can use a gate to chop out some noise, but all you're really doing is putting a Band-Aid on a symptom. You're not actually removing the underlying fingerprint that those distributor scanners are programmed to find. So what does that DAW way actually look like in practice? It's just a soul-crushing 8-hour marathon. You're exporting every single stem, you're in a spectral editor painstakingly painting out little blemishes, you're doing surgical EQ on every single track. And after all that, what's the last step? You just cross your fingers and hope it works. And spoiler alert, it probably won't. So which tools are people trying to use for this basically impossible task? We're going to do a little countdown here, starting from the bottom and working our way up. And I think you're going to start to see a very clear and honestly a very frustrating pattern. Okay, kicking us off at number 5, we've got FL Studio. It's a fantastic DAW, tons of people love it. Creators try to use its spectral editor, Edison, to go in and manually clean up their tracks. But after you drop up to $500 and spend hours of your life clicking around, what's the actual result? Less than half, a 48% pass rate. Let that sink in. After all that money and all that tedious work, your track still has a better than 50-50 chance of getting rejected. That is an absolutely terrible return on your time and money. All right, next up at number 4 for all the Mac users out there, Logic Pro. Now, a common trick people try here is using the Match EQ feature, trying to kind of fool the system by making the AI track's frequency curve look like a human-made track. It's a clever idea in theory, but does it actually fool the scanners? Barely, a 54% pass rate. I mean, we're a little bit better, but we're still basically in coin flip territory. You're spending $200 and almost half your tracks are still getting flagged. The pattern continues. Coming in at number 3 is the beast itself, Ableton Live Suite. This is a top-tier, world-class professional DAW, and it has a price tag to match at almost $750. It is an incredible tool for making music, but let's be super clear. It was never, ever designed to be an AI fingerprint remover. And the numbers just prove it. A 58% pass rate. You guys, even with the most expensive, most powerful DAW on our list, you are still failing over 40% of the time. Are you sensing the theme here? It's the wrong tool for the job. Now, for the best of the manual bunch, at number 2, we've got iZotope RX11. And this thing is the undisputed king of audio restoration. It's for cleaning up old recordings, removing microphone hum, getting rid of clicks. It's like a surgeon's scalpel, but it's designed for a completely different kind of surgery. And look, it gets the best score so far, 72%. But let's really put that in perspective. You're spending $400, you're working for 4 to 6 hours on one track, and it still fails almost a third of the time. It's better, for sure, but it is far from a reliable solution. So after all that doom and gloom, after all that wasted time and money, what's the answer? Well, it's time to stop trying to force a square peg into a round hole. It's time for the breakthrough, a solution that takes about 90 seconds, not 9 hours. There's a much, much better way, one that was actually built for this problem. Meet Undetectr. I mean, look at their homepage. It's crystal clear. Distributors reject AI music. We fix that. This isn't some general-purpose audio tool that you have to wrestle with. It was built from the ground up for one job, and one job only, to erase the AI fingerprint that distributors are actually looking for. And the results are, I mean, it's just night and day. A 98% pass rate. It takes about 90 seconds per track, not hours. And it starts at just $9 a month. When you compare that to the hundreds of dollars and the days of work we were just talking about, it's not even a competition. Okay, let's put it all together. No more guesswork. Let's look at the final, head-to-head comparison, because the data really does speak for itself. This is the knockout punch, right here. Just look at this table. In one corner, you've got Undetectr, 98% success, 90 seconds, fully automatic, and a low monthly cost. And in the other corner, you have everything else. Lower success, massive upfront costs, huge time investments, and it's all manual. The choice could not be more obvious. And this quote from the source material just sums it all up perfectly. This isn't to knock Ableton or Logic. They are incredible tools for creating music. But removing an AI fingerprint is a fundamentally different problem than audio engineering. It's a new problem, and it needs a new, specialized class of tool to solve it. Which really leaves us with a much bigger question, doesn't it? As AI continues to push forward and create these new, unique challenges in all of our creative fields, is the future about trying to bend our old tools to fit, or is it about building new, focused solutions that are actually designed for the problems of tomorrow? Something to think about.